Today is Friday, the 17th of February, and this is from the South. Voting kicked off earlier today in the homes of disabled Ecuadorians ahead of the national election day on Sunday. The frontrunner is the paraplegic presidential candidate Lenin Moreno, and his win would be momentous for the community. The former vice president and UN envoy on disability has vowed to further boost jobs and social benefits for disabled Ecuadorians. Argentinian President Mauricio Macri said on Thursday he would annul an agreement his government reached to resolve a 15-year-old debt the country's postal service incurred when it was owned by Macri's father. Macri spoke after federal prosecutor asked a judge to open an investigation into him and Communications Minister Oscar Aguad earlier this week. The strike in the world's largest copper mine has reached its first week. Minister of Labor Alejandra Kraus met with mining unions representing the striking workers from the Escondida mine on Thursday, but released a statement shortly after affirming that the matter must be resolved between the directors of the mine and its workers. With the Odebrecht scandal continuing to ensnare Peruvian leaders past and present, thousands of Peruvians took to the streets of Lima to vent their frustration over the culture of corruption they see in the country. On Thursday, attorney generals and chief prosecutors from 11 Latin American countries met in Brazil to create a joint task force to investigate the massive Odebrecht bribery scandal engulfing the region. Brazil's northeast is plagued by the worst drought on record. Families live off water rations while awaiting for the government to fulfill a long-promised project to reroute the San Francisco River. The reservoir that serves the city of Campina Grande is down to 4% of capacity and rainfall is expected to be sparse this year. U.S. President Donald Trump's choice for National Security Advisor, retired Vice Admiral Robert Harward, has turned down the offer. Two sources familiar with the decision said Harward turned down the job in part because he wanted to bring in his own team. Sister of Spanish King Felipe VI, Infanta CRISTINA, has been acquitted of tax fraud in the high-profile corruption trial that was dubbed as the NOOS case. However, her husband, Iñaki Ordagain, was sentenced to 6 years and 3 months in prison on embezzlement, fraud, tax evasion, and influence peddling charges. This was the first time a member of the Spanish royal family has been brought to trial. 7 suspected Boko Haram members blew themselves up on the outskirts of a northeastern Nigerian city earlier today to prevent refugees from returning home. According to a local aid agency and witnesses, the attack targeted refugees preparing to return to their home villages. After a suicide bomber killed at least 88 people in a Sufi shrine in Pakistan, the government responded with military force. The Islamic State group claimed responsibility for the attack. According to officials, over 100 militants were killed in a security crackdown. The border crossing with Afghanistan has also been closed. On Thursday, the U.S. Postal Service issued a new stamp series honoring fashion legend Oscar de la Renta. De la Renta was born in the Dominican Republic and passed away in 2014. He was renowned for his elegant designs in a career that lasted more than 50 years. More on these and other stories on our website telesurtv.net/English.